Nobody asked me about my business, and to be honest, I can't really blame them. Screwing people over for a living with nothing more than a briefcase and a few words isn't something that neighbors want to talk about over dinner. The other part of it is this associate of mine. We've been working together for as long as I can remember. The only problem is, he tends to use something a little different than words and a briefcase.
Name?
Vichard from Jeninen Hall.
Glad you can make it, Mr. Vichard. Step inside. I hope you can do something about my case. It's pretty big, but your company's never let me down before.
We do like to maintain our reputation for good services and excellent results.
It's strange, though. I've worked with them for years now, but I've never heard of you.
You will.
That sounds threatening.
Does it?
I guess not.
So, about your case, Mr. Roth.
I got a job 2 months ago, snooping around Frank Vitelli's business. You've probably seen him in the papers. The job was actually given to me by one of Vitelli's right-hand men, wanting to rat him out to get out of a little jail time. I've got the case wrapped up now with my own evidence and his, but I've got no protection once I take it to the federal judge. Vitelli's not a man to be reasoned with, and you can't go against him lightly, so I need legal help to take it in for me. And for your end of the bargain, Mr. Vichard?
Right. I know all about your case, and I've thought it over. I'll give you 10,000 for all the evidence you've gathered so far, and I'll take it in for you. In return, however, I want you to abandon the case completely.
What, so the heat'd be off my back, but I wouldn't get any credit?
That's the idea, yes.
And what reason would I have to agree to that? No offense, but you're coming here on a fool's errand, Mr. Vichard. If you've been doing your job at all, you know that I'm the kind of person that'd rather take the heat than see you get the credit for it.
I know. I think you misunderstood the purpose of this meeting, Mr. Roth. This is a negotiation, not an argument. You should be more thankful that my associate, Marshall, isn't here.
Your associate? Don't tell me you have a backup lawyer or something.
My associate isn't a lawyer. I'm not going to lie to you, Mr. Roth. Being a lawyer is a dirty business. But I can assure you that what my associate does for a living is far worse. However, I can see that you've made your decision, so I'll leave you to your case. But I guarantee that if you delay this any longer, you're not going to have to answer to the mob. You're going to have to answer to him, and I won't be there to call him off. Did you hear it all right? Every word. There's a hell of a lot of money on this case. Any other guy, we could have worked out a negotiation, but Roth's just holding on to it for the sake of being noble. And he of all people should know that if you try to be noble in this line of work, you'd get trampled on. Why don't you go pay him a visit? Persuade him. I thought you'd never ask. It seems you've met my associate, Mr. Richard. Before I met him, Mr. Roth, I killed for pleasure rather than business. You know where the evidence is. I wouldn't have brought you here if I didn't. Do you think we'll ever quit? Doubt it. I can do what you can't. And I can do what you won't.